Las Vegas, Nevada, October 15th, 1988. Caesar's Palace, the legendary Coliseum Ballroom, transformed into the arena for the International Kickboxing Tournament World Kickboxing Grand Prix 88. 5,700 spectators, every seat packed to capacity. The air is thick, almost tangible, dense smoke from Cuban cigars, the sweet scent of expensive cologne, spilled whiskey, the sweat of thousands of excited bodies, the metallic tang of adrenaline. In the VIP sections, gold chains on promoters, Japanese businessmen with thick stacks of $100 bills, Hollywood producers in dark glasses, Sylvester Stallone somewhere in the third row with 2 bodyguards, Michael Jackson in the shadows wearing a fedora and mask, even Muhammad Ali sitting in a wheelchair in the front row, smiling from the corner of his mouth. In the back sections, gamblers who placed $30,000 to $100,000 on Mendez. Odds 1.28 on his tournament victory. Nobody is betting on boxers tonight. This isn't just a tournament, it's a manifesto. Promoters shout into microphones, "Kickboxing is the future. Legs, elbows, knees, that's real weaponry. Boxing is yesterday's news, a sport for those afraid of full contact." They don't want just a show. They want to humiliate boxing, to prove to the whole world, when you fight with your entire body, fists become useless. In the ring, under blinding spotlights, stands the man the entire evening has called the invincible god of the ring, Carlos the Destroyer, Mendez. 6 feet 3 inches tall, 191 centimeters, 240 pounds, 109 kilograms. Not an ounce of fat, only functional power. Chest like an armored vault door, arms like logs, legs like columns that shattered ribs with a single low kick. Shins covered in white scars, traces of thousands of strikes against banana trees in Thai camps. His story began in the poor neighborhood of Miami, Little Havana. Father, a Cuban immigrant who fled Castro, worked construction, drank, and hit. Mother, Puerto Rican, cleaned houses for the rich. Carlos fought on the streets for food from age 8. At 9, his older brother brought him to a kickboxing gym, the only place where his aggression became a weapon instead of a crime. By 15, 18-0 as an amateur. At 18, first pro fight, knockout in round 1. At 22, first U.S. champion title. At 24, he went to Thailand, lived in a Lumpini camp, slept on a mat, ate rice and fish, kicked trees until they bled. There he understood, a real fighter isn't the one who hits hard. It's the one who hits precisely and mercilessly. Returned at 26, already a machine. 52 consecutive wins, 41 by knockout. 6 world titles in 7 years. His low kick was nicknamed the Destroyer. After it, fighters left on crutches. Tonight he just finished his semifinal, 38 seconds. Knee to the solar plexus, opponent dropped like a sandbag. The crowd roared for 3 full minutes. Now Mendez takes the microphone. His voice thunders across the Nevada desert. "Ladies and gentlemen, tonight you saw what a true warrior looks like. Legs, elbows, knees. This isn't sport. This is the art of destruction. And boxing? Boxing is for those who hide. They put on huge gloves, punch only with their hands, and think they've scared the world. They don't know what full contact is. They don't know what real fear is. They don't know what pain feels like when a leg crashes into your thigh and breaks bone. And here is my open challenge, right now. If boxing is so great, let the scariest of them all step up. Where is Mike Tyson? Let him come out here in street clothes, no gloves, no wraps, no protection. Let him show what his fists are worth against a fighter who battles with his whole body. I won't even hit full power. Light contact, 90 seconds, just a demonstration. But if he survives, I'll personally shake his hand and say, 'You're a man.' And if not, let the whole world see boxing is dead, tonight, here in Caesar's Palace." The crowd explodes. Mendez, Destroyer, from one side. Tyson, Tyson, from the other. Cameras whirl, promoters grin. This is gold for HBO broadcast. Front row, Mike Tyson, 22 years old, the youngest undisputed heavyweight champion in boxing history. 35-0, 33 knockouts. Last fight, 91 seconds against Tony Tucker. Broke him. Black sleeveless tank top, black Ray-Ban sunglasses, gold chain with a fist pendant. Next to him, Don King, hair sticking out in every direction, whispering, "Mike, don't. This is a trap. They want to humiliate you in front of the world." Tyson is silent, slowly removes the sunglasses. Eyes black, empty, like a shark before the strike. Inside him, silence. No anger, no fear, only focus. The same focus he honed with Cus D'Amato since age 12. He stands up. The arena erupts so hard the floor vibrates. People jump on chairs. Someone drops a glass. Whiskey spills across the carpet. Security tries to hold back the wave. Mendez on the canvas grins wider. "Come on, little man. Show what your boxing can do." Tyson walks to the ring, slowly, no rush. Black jeans, black tank top, sneakers, no wraps, no gloves, no protection, every step like a heartbeat. The crowd parts. Someone reaches for an autograph. Tyson doesn't even glance. Inside Tyson, calm. He's seen guys like Mendez before. Big, strong, confident. He knows confidence becomes weakness when it turns into predictability. Mendez waits on the canvas, arms relaxed at his sides, feet shoulder-width, confident smile. Rules, light contact, no knockouts, 90 seconds, technique only. Referee, old Thai man with gray mustache, a kickboxing promoter. He clearly thinks, this will be quick, boxer versus leg-kicking machine. They stand in the center. Mendez, a mountain, relaxed but ready to explode. Tyson, a head shorter, narrower shoulders, but body like a coiled spring, eyes unblinking. That stare that made opponent's blood run cold before the bell even rang. Referee raises his hand. Light contact, demonstration. 90 seconds, no knockouts. Begin. Bell. Mendez advances like a tank, 0 to 5 seconds. First move, high front kick to the head. Tyson ducks into peekaboo, head slips left, torso sways. Leg misses by 3 centimeters from the ear, crowd gasps. 5 to 12 seconds. Low kick to the left thigh. Tyson shifts sideways, minimal motion. Mendez's leg slices empty air. 12 to 18 seconds. Elbow from above. Tyson slips under the arm, already inside range. Mendez feels it. He's too close. 18 to 30 seconds. Mendez combination. Jab to mid-kick to elbow to knee. Fast, powerful, drilled thousands of times. Tyson flows inside the rhythm. Every strike misses by 5 to 10 centimeters. The crowd stops whistling. Now they're stunned. People lean forward whispering, "He's not landing. How?" Mendez gets angry. Eyes narrow. He takes a big step and unleashes double low kick plus high kick. 47th second. Tyson executes the classic Tyson slip. Head drops left down, torso collapses like he's falling. Feint. Left hand already flying. Short, vicious hook to the liver. Impact. Dull boom, like hammer on wood. Sound echoes through the hall. Mendez folds. Right knee hits canvas. Mouth open. No air. Diaphragm in spasm. Pain like a knife under the ribs. Tyson stops instantly. No follow-up. No extra move. Just stands and looks down. The arena, dead silence. Nobody expected it. 52-0 kickboxing legend on one knee from one punch by a boxer in street jeans. Tyson leans down, extends his hand. Voice low, calm, but microphones catch every word. "You're strong. You had a plan. A good plan. You hit with legs, elbows, knees, and thought that was everything. Until you caught one in the liver. Get up, warrior. This isn't the end. This is just the beginning." Mendez looks at the hand for a second. 2, 3, then grabs it in a death grip. Tyson lifts 240 pounds with his left arm alone, easily, no strain. They stand face to face. Mendez breathes hard, clutching his side, but his eyes have changed. Anger gone, only respect, enlightenment. Gratitude. He bows, low, Japanese style, forehead almost touching canvas, then takes the microphone from the ref. Voice hoarse but firm. I thought I knew everything. I hit with legs, elbows, knees. I broke people. I thought, that's the peak. I thought boxers are weak because they don't fight with their whole body. You showed me one punch. 47 seconds. I knew nothing about real fighting. I knew nothing about timing, about reading an opponent, about a real strike being not power, but the moment. Thank you, Mike. You're not just a champion, you're a teacher, and I will learn from you, not because you're stronger, but because you're smarter, and that makes you more dangerous than anyone I've ever faced. The crowd is silent for a second, then erupts in ovation, not for victory, for respect. For the moment, two predators recognized each other. Tyson nods once, puts sunglasses back on, walks off the canvas. Don King yells, "That's my boy, the most dangerous, the greatest." 1 year later, October 1989, Carlos Mendez closes his old gym in Miami, sells everything, mats, bags, belts, moves to New York, becomes a trainer in Tyson's camp, teaches fighters, low kicks, timing against high strikes, distance control, clinch work, defense against legs. His methods changed Tyson's approach to opponents who fight with their feet. Tyson sometimes drops by training sessions, sits on the bench, watches, then quietly says, "Carlos, show the guys how you hit me in Vegas before I laid you out." Mendez laughs, shakes his head. "I don't hit anymore, Mike. I teach. And what I teach is what you taught me. The scariest punch is the one you don't expect. The strongest fighter is the one who can stand back up after it. The wisest is the one who understands. Style doesn't matter. What matters is what you do when the plan collapses, when everything you believed in breaks with one movement. That's when the real fight begins." Mendez stays with Tyson's team until 1992. Then opens his own gym in Brooklyn, Destroyer Academy. Blends kickboxing and boxing. Future UFC champions, boxers, even cops train there. He tells this story to every newcomer. "I was 52-0. I thought I was the god of the ring. One man showed me. A god is the one who teaches, not destroys. I came to humiliate boxing. I left as a student." 5 years later, 1993. Mike Tyson is released from prison. First fight back, against Peter McNeely. In the corner, Carlos Mendez. When McNeely tries low kicks, Mendez shouts, "Slip, slip, like in Vegas." Tyson evades every leg strike, knocks him out in round 1. After the fight, Tyson hugs Mendez in the cage, speaks into the mic. "This man taught me to see legs, and I taught him to see fists. Together we became better. That's what a real fight is." Las Vegas, October 1988. Caesar's Palace. One punch, 47 seconds, 2 warriors, and a lesson that lives on. Victory isn't when you put your opponent down. Victory is when you help him stand up better than he was before, when ego dies and respect is born, when one punch changes not just a fight, but a life.